Hey, this is Deckers. Welcome to another vlog. I'm excited to take you on a journey to my village where we will be going to prepare a traditional dish that holds a special place in my heart, Ayaraya Oka, our beloved cornmeal. Immediately I got to my house, I saw my parents. After greeting them, they said, "You see all those foods you post on internet? You're going to make one for us." I said, "Fine, I'll be graving this Ayaraya Oka, so I will be making it the traditional way and showcasing it on my channel." So this is it. And I now proceeded outside where I had to go and pick the vegetables. These vegetables were spinach, we call it ininekete, and scent leaves, that is the ahunji. After cutting the vegetables, I proceeded to getting my firewood from the backyard. After getting it, I got the stuff called eku. It's used to set up the fire. And after getting the firewood, it was now the time to get that warmth that we need to start making our Ayaraya Oka. So I started making the fire. I used the extracts from the palm fruit. Okay, we had a lot. We have lots of palm oil, so we have this palm extras that we use to make fire. So I proceeded to making it. It was not that easy because it was raining season, so the firewoods were beaten by rain. So after making the fire, I proceeded in blending my corn. I wanted to blend the corn and get it ready. This was our major ingredients for the Ayaraya Oka, so I had to get it ready. And it's not a child play using this grinder, but it gives it that traditional taste and look, because preparing corn is not easy. So I normally do it first before starting to cook my meal. So that is what I went first to do, blending bit by bit. It helps in giving it that traditional look, my Ayaraya Oka, that traditional look. So this was what I was doing. And please, this is one of those cases they say don't try this at home. It's not dangerous, just that it's for the strong. So if you know you're not strong, please don't use this kind of grinder to grind your maize, okay? So that you don't come back and say you saw someone doing it. It's not everything you see on internet that you tried doing at home, okay? So now it's time to make my fire. Are you seeing how I started making this fire? It was not easy to make this fire. Why? Because rain has started falling and it fell on this wood, this particular wood that you're seeing here. So it was difficult. And I thought it's those days that you just on your lighter and everything will catch fire, but it was not. So I washed in my beans. So for my Ayaraya Oka, you need to cook beans. So I was using these beans that I'm using. They call it already. That is the kind of beans I'm going to use for. It's the sweetest anyway, but you can use other things like fio and other, but this is the best beans for it. So I put it on fire and noticed that the fire was not still catch very well. So I had to go at the back to collect small wood. I had to, you see me piecing it. I went the village. I'm a country woman, country girl. So I went to pick those small. I had to add it in here. I also added my mom. I had to meet my mom at a point, and she brought avuvu. I didn't know where she said she kept the avuvu. It's also an extract from the palm oil. So we added everything, and you see the avuvu, this brown stuff on the floor, and then I put it inside and used the local fan. I had to do till my fire anchor. See, hey, you see the fire here. I've started cooking now. My mind don't come down. Then I proceeded in selecting my vegetables. That from the vegetable was already down, so I had to select them one by one. It took me time. I had to select one by one. It's something I had to do one by one, okay? And there was sand, and after selecting these vegetables, I proceeded in washing. I washed it 2 times. I had to wash the first time, the second time, and made sure the water was very clear. Then when I was through, I now cut it. I cut it into tiny pieces. My boy was not left out. He had to pick the vegetable sticks from the floor. He had to pack it. He even ran away. They were like, "You lazy boy, come and pack it very well." He had to experience village life. They always enjoy village. So as they are in the village, let them also work. So that was how everybody puts hand in cooking this delicious meal. You see me washing, I had to wash and make sure that the water was really clean, everything was there. Then occasionally I went to check on my fire. I also use that local fan to make sure the fire starts on. I didn't want it to bring smoke. It was going to affect everybody around there and make people uncomfortable. So this was how we prepared our meal. It was interesting, It was so interesting. I had to go pour water, fetch water back, This was the whole process. Cutting the leaves. This is me cutting the leaf. It's not something you're doing something, you have to go and check on the other stuff. And I had to use this wooden bench, we call it bench, to sit. This was also the same bench I used to blend, and it was so comfortable for me to sit and prepare the meal. So this was it. It was fun. Hey, I would say it's fun, because it's long. When you've not done something for a long time and you come back doing it, you will really love it. So these were my vegetables. And one thing about these vegetables is that they were organic vegetables. Very, very organic. Okay, everything I'm going to cook here is going to be nutrients. I used to call it nutrients. And I also call this food the 6 classes of food, okay? I call it the 6 classes of food because it has protein in it, it has carbohydrate, it has vitamins, it has also everything. Let's just say it also have minerals and oils and all that. So this was me, and I will not also forget that my camera girl, the person that was doing the camera was my daughter. She couldn't come out in the video because she was the one behind the scenes. That's just it. I also say shout out to that girl. I love you so much, my baby. I love you so much. Thank you so much for always helping mommy out. I also cut my onions down. We were using grinded pepper. My mom had grinded pepper. I'm supposed to use fresh peppers, but she had grinded pepper and she said it was okay. When the beans was done and I was sure, I now mixed a little bit oil with my grounded corn, and then added it into the pot, covered it, and then opened it occasionally to turn. I had to open it occasionally and turn it. When it was now done, I now added my vegetables. I will now also cover it and then open it just for say 5 minutes, and then open it and turn very well. And the food was almost ready. 80%. It was ready 80%, okay? Good. When the food was ready, I put it down and proceeded to make the oil sauce that I was going to use to mix the food. Then I added oil in a saucepan, added my already prepped onions, allowed it to fry. You were allowed to fry a bit. When it's fried, I added in the grinded pepper I told you people about. My mom was shouting pepper, pepper, pepper. This food is supposed to be pepper. I don't know why she was shouting pepper. You can't cook this my food without adding enough pepper. These people. You see, these are our parents. In fact, mommy, you were disturbing me while I was cooking this food. Anyway, I now added akpaka. We call it akpaka. Some people call it okpaka. Some also call it ogba. There's a way my people normally do this. So I added it to this food and also added salt. And mixed very well. I also added in seasoning cubes. I added seasoning cubes to these pots. I don't know, I didn't even capture the seasoning, but you're supposed to add seasoning cube. And then I put the food, I poured it in the pot and started mixing in. I brought it back to the fire, started mixing. I don't want it to get spoiled maybe in some hours, so I mixed it in the pot. At this point I was like, there's not enough vegetable. What happened? The vegetable was not much, and this is me trying to finish this food. That if you test this food, I have it on my channel. You can still cook it in your gas cooker. I've done it like that. It's on my channel. I'll put the link in the description. So do well also to check it and look. Is it not looking nice? Oh dear. This food was the best thing that have happened to me in a long time. So forget it though. Look at my food. Look at this food now. Oh dear, I now proceeded in eating this food. That was the last thing I did. I proceeded. Ngwanu, bye. See you on my other vlog. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.